Lieutenant General Richard Newton served in the Air Force for more than 34 years. He's now retired. Throughout his career, he visited troops in Afghanistan multiple times, including at Bagram Airfield. And he is joining us live tonight from his home in Jupiter, Florida. Sir, we appreciate your time tonight and, as always, your service.
Good evening, Marnie. It's good to be back with you again this evening.
Thank you very much. Not much has changed. It's gotten worse since I spoke to you last. The U.S., as you just heard, is now sending Border Patrol agents to Afghanistan. What does that tell you about the Biden administration's handle on the situation at this point?
Well, so far it's been, as we talked about a couple days or so ago, the conditions on the ground haven't changed a whole lot. In fact, I think it's becoming perhaps even more dangerous for our American citizens who remain still in country. But bringing on Border Patrol, actually, I see that as really an opportunity, I think, for the President and our national security team to bring in all elements of capability. I think we ought to be putting all resources on the problem, on the evacuation, on the safety and security of our American citizens. So that will be playing out here in the next couple of days.
Well, and one thing they must be weighing at this point, of course, is the risk to American lives and trying to avoid any more bloodshed. I want to share with folks at home just a few images of people trying to get to the airport, not only American citizens, but also Afghan citizens, some of these translators we've been talking about. These are aerial views, and you can see the traffic right there in the middle of the screen, all of those cars and people between those houses trying to get to the airport. So at this point, how risky is it for the U.S. government to expand the rescue mission beyond the Kabul airport, go out there into these streets and find these people and bring them to safety?
Well, Marty, it's very risky. The conditions right now are very risky, and I'm very confident, by the way, in our military leaders with boots on the ground there at Karzai International Airport. But again, as we draw closer to increasing our footprint and our throughput with evacuees and so forth, I believe we are going to have to go outside the perimeter, the safe perimeter that we've established around Karzai International Airport, and actually go find Americans. It's very risky that they're out there, by the way, by themselves, and being asked by our policymakers to find their way into Karzai International Airport. I believe we will be compelled to have to go out there and find them. This is, if I may add also, you know, the 31 August is a deadline that was imposed by the president, but I believe that we're going to go likely well beyond that date if we're going to be able to get the last American out of Afghanistan, as well as the Afghan partners who've been with us for 20 years.
That's something,
so
well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was curious, and I did want to ask you about the 31st deadline, if that is making the situation worse, because essentially you have, one, the American citizens, and you have folks in Afghanistan who want out for their own safety, thinking, I only have 10 days to do this. I'm going to have to risk it, go through those streets and get to the airport, otherwise I'm stuck.
Yeah, and it's been established by the administration to arbitrarily bring up the 31st of August, and then you've got the Taliban, who really are putting us into a checkmate position because they own all the cards outside the perimeter of the airport itself, and so there is risk there. But I believe that, again, we're going to have to, and I would tell the American citizens who are trapped outside of Karzai International Airport, that they're going to have to be able to sustain the next several days, if not a couple weeks, before they can get safely into inside the perimeter, and they're going to have to hunker down. I believe the next steps on that note, however, would be that the United States would, our forces there, will go out and establish hubs or access points outside of the international airport area, and then also we'll have to forcibly provide safe corridors and secure corridors leading up to multiple entry points at Karzai International Airport. That's a tough task, however.
Forcibly. That's a strong word. How so?
Yes, and it will require, again, likely more American military. It will require also patience among our American citizens. The number I hear keeps growing, but let's say we'll work with a working number of 15,000 or so. But they're not just necessarily near the airport. They're not just necessarily in Kabul. They're throughout the nation of Afghanistan right now. And so it becomes very difficult. But again, the first priority of this president is to provide every available resource that we can muster in order to provide the safe security and eventual evacuation of our American citizens.
And complicating things even further, without boots on the ground outside of that airport, it is much more difficult to gather the intelligence you need to bring that mission to fruition. Lieutenant General Richard Newton, we appreciate your time as always. We'll have you back because this is far from over.
Thank you, Marnie.